Hey there, I'm Angela Sharpe, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I'm going to tell you everything going on in and around St. Louis. And get this, it's officially spring. How exciting is that? Now today it's kind of super rainy, and that's all right, but it's officially spring. And you know, we're also counting down to Cards home opener. That's not that far away. So this is a pretty exciting time of the year. We've got the Blues, we've got the Cardinals. It's really super fun for a girl like me who loves sports. And other things I love are country music. And for you Tim McGraw and Faith Hill fans, the wait is finally over. The couple has announced plans for the untitled joint album that'll be released later this year. Now this of course comes on the heels of the release of Keep Your Eyes on Me in January. The duet is featured on the soundtrack for the movie The Shack. Of course, Tim's in that movie. And you won't have to wait long for a taste of their new album either. They're going to be performing the first single, Speak to a Girl, this Sunday at the Country Music Awards. Now, they definitely have a lot going on with their joint world tour, Soul to Soul, which kicked off the 7th in New Orleans. And if you're a country music fan, you probably should check out that award show coming up this Sunday. It's going to be a good one. Luke Bryan and Dierks Bentley host. I've spent some time with Dierks. Dierks was my date to the CMT Awards, and he's a super funny guy. He's married, so he wasn't really my date, which is why the air quotes. But you should probably check that out. It's a lot of fun. It's in Vegas. I've never been to that one. My friend goes all the time, so hopefully next week I'll have some back inside stories to tell you. Now, I don't know if you're a fashionista, but mom jeans, they've gotten a makeover. And it's thanks to Nordstrom's, and the pants are getting a lot of buzz on Twitter. They're right there on your screen. So check this out. This is probably not what Nordstrom had in mind when they made these clear knee mom jeans. They feature plastic kneecap covers that's sewed into the jeans. They're kept below the knee, and of course, since they're officially mom jeans, they fit super high on your waist. Now, users' comments have ranged from latest sign of the impending apocalypse, clear knee mom jeans, to you need to stop online shopping when you come across something like clear knee mom jeans. And of course the like why, like who, and what. Now these comments are pretty bad, but to be fair, there were some love for those mom jeans, just a little one. I want to know, if you're a woman who can rock these clear knee mom jeans, send us a photo into the Daily Mix. I want to see it. If you can rock it, I will show it and be like, hey, this girl, she can rock them. Now later on in the show, I'm going to have a special guest, Melissa Cynova. She is an author who wrote a book on tarot cards. Now, I know some of you are thinking tarot cards, some people use them for fun, some people use them for life choices. The reason why I love Melissa is because I had her read my cards, and she's very blunt, very straightforward, and it's something that I needed. She's going to be on later in the show talking about tarot card reading and, of course, her latest book. Let's get started on today's Daily Mix. Opening day is almost here. It's less than a week away. And with that comes brand new food items at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals recently held a fan food challenge. Now this is where they invited fans to pitch their best food ideas. Judges narrowed down to the top 5 picks, and from that, the control is handed back over to the fans. Now the votes were calculated, and the winner is the Redbird. Now this sounds delicious. It's a breaded chicken breast tossed in buffalo wing sauce and served on a home plate bun with Provel cheese and ranch dressing. The Redbird will be sold at the Double Play Tap and Grill, that's right outside section 135, and at the Proficient Perch, that's up there in 359. Now, what did the creator of the Redbird get? They took home the grand prize, 4 tickets to Cardinals opening day. So they're going to be there cheering on the Cards this Sunday when they take on the Cubs for the first time in a season opener since 2000. That's pretty exciting. Now, if all of this talk about ballpark food has you craving a hot dog or nachos, you can get your fix even if you don't have a ticket to the game. I know this is what you're looking for. The new Cardinals Nation food truck. It'll be set up at 8th and Walnut Street on game days, serving out restaurant favorites as well as new creations. The truck will also be around the St. Louis metro area at various lunchtime locations and, of course, special events throughout the year. Also, you can rent it for private events. You can keep up with the Cardinals Nation food truck by following it on Twitter and Facebook, and, of course, visiting cardinals.com. The St. Patrick's Center has issued a 40 in 40 housing challenge to help end homelessness for 40 clients and their families in 40 days, and they need help. There are several different ways individuals or groups can help out. One way is to provide a family with a move-in kit that includes all the necessary items to start a home. Another way is by giving the gift of gift cards to Costco, Sam's Clubs, or Weekends Only to provide mattresses and bed frames for clients. You can also help the families by donating to the St. Patrick's Center Food Pantry. For more details on how you can help out, visit stpatrickcenter.org. Now, do you have an adorable photogenic pet? Well, if so, pay attention and get your camera ready, because throughout the month of March, Don Brown Chevrolet is running a pet photo contest. And the best part? It benefits Stray Rescue of St. Louis. They will choose one lucky entry this Monday, April 3rd, to win a $50 gift card to the Stray Rescue gift shop. You can help spread the word using the hashtag Don Brown Pet Photo Contest. For more information on how to enter, visit Don Brown Chevrolet or Stray Rescue of St. Louis on Facebook. And if you're a huge pet lover, like my sister, I know she's gonna love this, you need to listen up to the next one. Nissan has introduced a new concept vehicle that is totally tailored to your furry family members. Nissan's XTrail for dog crossover incorporates several features aimed at making life easier for your four-legged friend. Now, not only does it have a quilted cargo area, but it also comes with a doggy shower, a spill-proof water bowl, and a treat dispenser. There are even 10-inch screens that let your pampered pooch see what's going on up in front. And of course, there's a special clip for harnesses to add to safety. Now, all of that is easily accessible thanks to a small ramp that extends from the back. And of course, this is only a concept, but the XTrail isn't even available in the United States. But it sure does give you something to think about. And I apologize for laughing, but I think it sounds kind of ridiculous, but it's totally something my sister would get because she absolutely loves her 3 dogs and would love to tailor to them. So if you're into that, you need to check out that XTrail. The first ever 21 Sun Salute Yoga and Wellness Synopsis is set for April. Dandelion Yoga Productions and the Down Syndrome Association of Greater St. Louis have partnered to host the event that celebrates and raises awareness for individuals with Down syndrome. In addition to moving through 21 sun salutations, participants can visit various health and wellness stations and check out other entertainment such as face painting, henna tattoos, raffle baskets, and more. There will also be live music from Brad Smith and Patty Palatra. The 21 Sun Salute takes place on Sunday, April 9th from 9 to 1 at the World's Fair Pavilion in Forest Park. For more information, visit 21 Sun Salutes or DSAGSL.org. Oh, got what? Six Flags has kicked off another exciting season this past weekend, and they celebrated opening weekend with Capes for Kids, Cape-a-Palooza. Now, for every cape that was purchased at the front gate, Six Flags will donate a cape to children at St. Louis Children's Hospital and Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospitals. Six Flags will open on Saturdays and Sundays now through May 14th, and then they'll be open daily beginning May 15th. To find out more about what the 2017 season has in store, visit sixflags.com/St. Louis. Pretty excited about that one. I love Six Flags and I love checking that out. Now, the annual Greater St. Louis Book Fair will have a new home this spring at Greensfielder Recreation Complex in Queenie Park. Now, since 1950, it has been a popular destination for book lovers near and far, making it one of the oldest and largest charity book fairs in the nation. The fair sends hundreds of rare and collectible books, movies, music, and comics, with proceeds benefiting local nonprofit educational and literary programs. They are very gratefully accepting donations right now of new or gently new used books and other items through April 7th. Donations can be made at the nonprofit's 4 little book houses and their locations. This year, the fair will be held from May 4th through the 7th. For more information on the fair or how to donate, visit stlouisbookfair.org. You have to check out the book fair. If you're not that into books, just like browse through there. The books are priced very, very low, so you can check out a book that maybe you may or may not like. I've done that before, where you just pick up a bunch of books, read them later, and you end up loving some of them. Now, can you believe it's been 2 decades since Bop hit the airwaves? Some of you probably don't even know that song. It's been 25 years since the Hanson brothers first began making music together, and the group has just announced they're going to be celebrating their anniversary with a world tour. It's called The Middle of Everywhere, the 25th Anniversary World Tour. It'll kick off May 21st in their hometown of Oklahoma. The tour will hit St. Louis October 11th at the pageant. Tickets are on sale now, and you can find out more information by visiting pageant.com. And the Fair St. Louis is currently accepting vendor applications for the Fairways, a market style and merchandise area that was first introduced at the last fair. There are 3 categories open for application. There is the crafter, the merchandise vendor, and the roaming vendor. The Fairway will be located at Lagoon Drive west of the Grand Basin. It's approximately 50,000 to 100,000 people attend fair each day. So Fair St. Louis will have a lot of traffic that day. It takes place July 2nd through the 4th this year, and applications can be submitted online through May 5th at fairstlouis.org. Mae Jemison, the first woman of color to travel into space, recently visited SIUE. Jemison spoke out about exploring the frontiers of science and the human potential. Jemison was NASA's first science mission specialist, performing experience in material science, life science, and human adaptation to weightlessness in 1992 aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour. She is also an engineer and physician that speaks out around the country on issues of healthcare, social responsibility, and technology motivation. Pretty cool stuff right there. Now, the Disney's The Lion King returns to the fabulous Fox Theater for a limited engagement through April 19th from May 7th. Performances will be held weekly, Tuesday through Sunday. The Tony Award-winning musical is in its 20th year and continues to be one of the world's most popular stage musicals. For more information about the St. Louis engagement, visit fabulousfox.com. Now, it's the special part of the show when I introduce my very special guest, Melissa Cynova. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we have to have talked about this tarot card reading. Now, tarot cards is something I've kind of gotten into, and I've had it read twice now, once by somebody else and once by you.
Right.
But I loved your bluntness about it. Why do some people come and visit a person who could read tarot cards?
I think that everyone is looking for answers, and if someone who doesn't know you and doesn't, you don't know anything about their life, and you can ask them, why is it like this? How can I get out of here? How can you help me find my path? Finding those answers from a stranger, if they resonate, really takes hold, and it can give you some clarity. So as I said, most of my job is validating what people already know, but hearing what you already know from a stranger is pretty intense sometimes.
It's definitely. How did you get started in all of this?
I started when I was 14. My friend Steve, hi Steve, we were freshmen in high school, and we used to talk about ghosts and fun stuff like that. And he handed me a deck of cards and said, "You should do this," but I didn't know what they were. So I just started practicing on my dad. And poor guy, I read for him like every day. Poor guy. And he was so patient with me, but I had a lot of friends that supported me, and so it just kind of accidentally became my job.
Became your job. And
yeah.
I met you at an event where you were kind of reading cards, kind of more for like a fun purpose, but
Yeah.
some of us, like me, sat down kind of wanting to see what was going to come up, and I was amazed that I had been read 6 months earlier by someone else,
Right.
and the same card came up with you, but you were a lot more blunt with me. And that's kind of what I liked,
Yeah.
because I obviously hadn't changed in those 6 months, which is why that card
Right.
came up again.
You didn't do your homework.
Right.
Right, you didn't listen. So if you get a reading and the card says it's the death card.
Yes, that's what we're talking
that's
about.
haunting you, right?
Yeah.
Death card, which doesn't mean death. So all the movies that are like, oh, the killer left the death card. Well, that means he's going to put down his knife and stop killing, right? Because it means change.
Change.
So if you get that card and you decide not to change, you're going to see it again. It's going to follow you around, So when I give readings, I'm a straightforward kind of gal. I was, raised by a cop. I was a social worker for a long time. You don't do that without being direct. And when I lay down the death card, I'm like, listen, you can either change these things or you can get run over by change. So either you live your life or your life decides how you're going to live.
And that's what I loved
that's
about her. I thought it was super awesome, super cool about that. Now, you decided to write a book.
Yes.
How did the book come about?
I wrote a blog. My friend Suzanne in Canada, we were trying to figure out how I could teach her without running up phone bills. And so I started a blog on WordPress. And a couple months later, I kind of checked the stats, just playing around with the website, and found out that I had like 2,000 followers, which was really crazy. So I decided to change the name from Melissa Tarot, which is super, unique and creative, to Little Fox Tarot. And then I started my own website, and I started, billing for readings and things like that, and it just grew and grew. So all of my friends who read my blog said, you need to make this a book because I can learn from you.
Right.
So I made it a book.
And the book basically kind of does teach someone. My sister bought a deck of tarot cards. She's been trying to learn how to do it. But this is kind of more like the straightforward, easy read. Here is the tarot card. This is what it means. And then you also tell people some kind of personal experiences, how you learned maybe not to do it.
Right, because I would do really stupid things when I was younger. Like I would do readings for people when I was overtired or had been drinking a lot or whatever. And you can't really do good readings when you're not at your best. Like you can't do good work when you're tired. You can't do good work when you haven't been eating properly. So I tell people about that ignorant stuff I did back then so they don't make my same mistakes. So I would give a reading to somebody in college and be so enchanted with my special gift that I would say, dude, your boyfriend's cheating on you. And I would be excited about seeing that in the reading, and then I would see their face and what I just did to them.
Right.
And then I was kind of being a jerk, and I needed to get over myself. So that really helped me get perspective that the cards are tools. I'm just interpreting, and this is someone's life on the other side of this table.
Right,
So,
and that's kind of a big deal. Now, what would you say to somebody who finds the tarot card reading maybe scary or, like you mentioned ghost earlier, but like...
It's a piece of paper. It's like, it's a stack of pretty art. And all the power that comes through it is basically through the collective unconscious. I am interpreting the cards that you chose, and something is going to resonate because all of the images in tarot cards are archetypal. So it's all stuff that we recognize. If you see the tower and you see people falling off the tower, that's bad.
Right.
And if you know that in a tarot card, water means emotion, and this cup is just overflowing, that things are going to be good. So you tap into that archetypal resonance, you tap into the collective unconscious, and you figure out what the cards mean for your client, So I try to make it as simple as possible because I've gotten readings, and I talk about them in the book, from really shady people, right? Like Miss Cleo, like, don't make me take you to church, young man. But if you hire me as your personal psychic advisor for $500, I'll clear away all this bad juju. That's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be a conversation. It's supposed to be very plain, very simple, very straightforward. And the more mystery that I think we take away from it, the less likely people are to be taken advantage of.
Right,
So,
that's awesome.
yeah.
Now, your book is available. We should tell people how they can find your book. However, it's currently sold out already sold out at Amazon. So you're going to have to wait a minute.
It just came for sale recently, and we checked yesterday, and it was completely sold out at Amazon.
Which is amazing.
They underestimated me. But you can get it at Pathways in South County. You can get it, I think, at Half Price Books. You can get it on barnesandnoble.com. You can get it soon at Amazon. They're restocking. And my publisher is llewellyn.com, and they have it, of course, at their website.
So you can definitely check it out. It's the kitchen table tarot cards, and she walks you through each card and what each card means. And you also do readings for people via phone, via Skype, or in person, right?
Yeah, and I do parties, so I'll have a group of 10 women who just want to get together and have cocktails and dinner, and I'll just read for them throughout the night. Or I do phone readings, or I meet people in coffee shops and do readings.
And how can somebody find you for one of those events?
If you Google Little Fox Tarot, you will find me. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and Twitter. So I was on Tumblr, and then I realized I was 42, and I had no reason to be on Tumblr.
I shouldn't be on Tumblr.
No, that's not for me. So if you Google Little Fox Tarot, you'll find me.
So definitely check her out. From my personal experience, I loved it because, like I said, I had the reading, I see this death card twice, and I'm like, come on, tell me what to do. And you were like, get run over or change. So we're figuring out how to change now. We're gonna do that later. I would like to thank Melissa for hanging out with us, and I want you to check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can always drop us a line here at thedailymix@stltv.net. We want to hear from you. And that is going to do it for the Daily Mix, but keep it right here on STL TV and experience St. Louis. Next time.